you are literally sleeping on the biggest side hustle. This side hustle made me $250K in a year and a half. It helped me to pay off a whole house in 18 months. This side hustle, my friends, is buying your first house, but not just any old house, specifically buying a house and house hacking. What exactly is house hacking? House hacking is making money off of where you live. If you have a roommate, congratulations, you are house hacking. But we're gonna take it to the next level and not just talking about this roommate life, but how to house hack when you actually own the house. This is where the magic, the money, and the freedom all come together. I have house hacked both as a renter and as a homeowner, and there is no question that house hacking when you own the house gives you way more flexibility and way more access to increase your wealth quickly. If you do this house hacking right, you could live absolutely for free, not pay any rent. Let me know in the comments, how much would you save if you did not have to pay rent at all? The most popular way of house hacking is buying a multi-family property. So this is buying a 2-family, a 3-family, or a 4-family, and you are going to live in one of the units in this building. The amazing thing about buying a multi-family house is that when you are buying this house, the bank will give you the same type of loan as if you were buying a single family house. So that low down payment as a first-time home buyer, guess what? You can use it for a multi-family as well. But instead of you buying a single family house and you paying for your mortgage, if you buy a 2-family, 3-family, or 4-family, and you do your math right, your tenants will be paying your mortgage for you, which means that you get to live for free. When you're applying for your mortgage, your lender is actually going to look at how much money you could be making for rent in this building, and they are going to apply that to your income right now. So you're going to get credit for money that you haven't made in a business that you don't even have, and you'll be able to get a bigger loan than if you were buying a single family house. This is how I started. My very first house was in New York City. I was making $48,000 a year, and if I was just using that, I probably would just be able to buy maybe a studio at best. But because I was house hacking, I was able to buy a 3-family house in New York City, which allowed me to live for free. And friends, I'm just a regular, degular person, so if I can do it, you can do this as well. If the idea of using where you live to generate income and create freedom sounds good to you, make sure you join my newsletter, Freedom Hackers, where every single week I give you one actionable tip to get you one step closer to buying your income-generating first house. You can also buy a single family house and house hack a single family house as well. The downside is if you do this, you don't get to use your future income to qualify for a bigger house. So you'll just be relying on your regular income to get a mortgage for this house. Now, what you can do with the single family is make sure there's enough space for you to rent out rooms. So if you live by yourself, don't get a 1-bedroom, get a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom and get a roommate or 2. And those roommates are going to help you to pay down your mortgage. Don't want a roommate? Cool. Then take one of those rooms and use it as an Airbnb room. Depending on the laws in your area, you can make way more money by doing short-term rentals on Airbnb, or even doing medium-term rentals for people traveling for work or traveling nurses, where they're going to be staying a little bit longer, but they need a place that's furnished because they're not staying in your city forever. And this is a great way to make extra money, which is going to help you to pay for your mortgage so you don't have to pay for where you live. This is so powerful because if you look at where you're spending the most amount of money, it is probably on where you live. So if you can get rid of that payment completely, you will have more flexibility with your finances. If you completely are against the idea of people living in your own space, you can buy that same single family house, but now you're going to be looking at places where there is a way for you to add an extra living space. Is there a basement that has a separate entrance where now you can make that a separate little apartment? Is there a garage where you can maybe build an apartment on top of the garage? Or is just extra land in the back of your house where you can actually build an additional living area? Depending on where you live, there are different laws on whether or not you can do a basement apartment or do an ADU in the back or add something above a garage. The house that I am in right now in Indiana, I am able to build another building in my yard. So that is the way I'm going to take the single family and create extra income from just this one building. Now, when people think about house hacking, they're usually just thinking specifically on, how do I make money off of living space? But you can get creative. If you are in an area where there is high demand of people recording things, maybe you can turn a room into a recording studio. Maybe you're in a place where there are a lot of surfers. Can you use your garage and use it as a surfboard storage area? Can you, maybe you're in New York City and you have this huge driveway that you're not using. Can you sell those parking spots for additional income? Think about ways that you can take the space that you are not using in your living space and turn that into income, because the less that you're paying towards your living expenses, the more that you have to save, to pay off debt, to invest, to buy your next house. And that's what's going to help you to move forward and create more flexibility in your budget, which then gives you options to live the life that you want. Out of all these house hacking options, I absolutely do have a favorite. I absolutely love this because of the huge tax benefits. So you definitely want to check out which one it is right here.